You're listening to Unspooled, the podcast where failed prints are just part of the journey. Hosted by Corey from Moji 3D, the guy who thinks filament is a personality trait, and Steve from Layer by Layer, who probably has more spools of filament than forks. Every week we dive into 3D printing, making, and the occasional rant. So grab your favorite filament and let's get unspooled.
All right, so we should be live, guys.
We're live.
We are live. So, hey, GTR Dad, I'm a fan of delicious flavor. Anybody else in chat? We are live for episode 8. We've got a guest that we're gonna bring in quick, right? So, we want to get into this really, really quickly. We don't want to delay. So tonight's episode is PCTG, right? All about PCTG. PETG versus PETG. Which one is better for your application? And the guy we have in tonight is John Schneider from 3D Fuel. And he's going to kind of answer our questions and tell us all about it. So we're going to go ahead and bring him on right now.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, John.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Good.
So everybody, this is John Schneider, 3D Fuel. We are gonna give him a few minutes just to kind of tell us about himself and 3D Fuel.
Yep.
And then we'll kind of dive into the meat and potatoes and you guys can ask some questions.
Yeah, so thanks guys for the introduction. I'm John Schneider. I'm the founder and CEO of 3D Fuel. We've been manufacturing 3D printer filament in Fargo, North Dakota since about 2015. It's when we got in our first extrusion line. We've certainly gone through a lot of changes over the years, but our focus is on easy to 3D print, but still functional 3D printing materials. We try and use as much of a U.S. supply chain as possible. All of our fulfillment and customer service is also based here in the U.S. It's a practical thing for us to be doing. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
So-
We've been very excited about PCTG and have been really, really happy that the community has been excited about it as well. So looking forward to answering some questions.
That's awesome. Yeah. I've been aware of it for some time, and I've been wanting to try it. So I reached out to John last week, actually. It was really quick. He was awesome to join us because he hasn't had a lot of turnaround. We kind of reached out last week and was like, hey, John, do you want to do this? And he was gracious enough to say yes. And he did send over this PCTG. This is the transparent ruby red. And it's actually, it was awesome that you sent this one because this was the one that I wanted. This is like, this color is, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's even in person. It's like this Merlot wine color.
Nice.
And it prints awesome. Like it is just, the surface finish is incredible and it's easy to print, which that kind of blew my mind. So, I've used, you had mentioned before, like PCTG isn't new, but it's not something that is as common as PETG or some of the other filament. And what was the reasoning for you guys kind of bringing it more to the forefront and then offering a lot of different variations? Because you guys offer a lot of colors. Like it's not just the blacks.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Yeah. Can we because everybody may not know what PCTG is. Can you tell us what PCTG is and the difference between that and PETG? Just to kind of because everybody doesn't know. Like,
that's right. Yeah, I get it.
Some people don't like for the audience. We're so for the audience, not for me at all.
So one of the very first things I want to say is that the PC in PCTG does not stand for polycarbonate. That's a very common thing. So if you ever get a spool of PCTG and you're trying to print it and you're like, oh, PC, let's try a polycarbonate profile. That's not the move. We have printing recommendations, but the PC in it, just the PCTG, is polycyclohexylene dimethylene terephthalate glycol modified. So it's quite a mouthful. Like PETG, it is a copolyester. So think of PETG and PCTG as in two different points on the same spectrum of copolyesters. They just have different ratios of what make them up. So in the case of PCTG, it has a higher ratio of something called CHDM, which is the cyclohexylene dimethylene. So
Nice.
that is one of the things that lends it the much higher impact toughness, the broader and stronger chemical resistance, the reduced moisture absorption rate, and a few other traits as well.
Yeah, 'cause that was one of the, like, I know you guys refer to it as being tougher, which usually when we refer to toughness versus strength, toughness is the impact resistance. So, like, that was the one thing, because PETG is flexible, but this has equal flexibility with the increased toughness.
I would actually say there's more flexibility with that toughness. And you make a really good distinction between impact strength and like tensile strength, for example. So the impact toughness is dramatically higher for PCTG than it is for PETG. We say that it's 5 to 30 times the impact toughness of PETG, and the reason that range is so broad, and people rightfully, are kind of calling us out on it in our marketing, but so much of it comes down to the testing methodology, whether it's IZOD whether it's ISO or ASTM testing methodologies. It just handles the impact point, or like the breaking point, a little bit differently. It depends on what PETG you're comparing it against, and then of course you get into print settings, like how were the prints printed, what settings were being used. Were both being printed with their optimal settings, because there's optimal settings for strength for PETG, there's optimal settings for strength for PCTG. So that's why there is that range.
Is there a discernible difference between print and orientation, like similar to most filaments? I know that PCTG has better layer adhesion, but does that work to you guys' benefit, or does it hinder or help out for I guess the toughness of it?
Yeah, I mean, that definitely helps. But if you're printing the PCTG too fast and you're not having enough time for the layers to really bond. So basically, if you're printing with PCTG, its natural finish is going to be glossy. Gotcha. If you're printing it and it has a matte finish, that means that it's being printed too fast for the temperature that the hot end is at.
Nice.
And it's kind of the same thing with PLAs, right?
Yeah, it's kind of very PLA in a sense.
Nice. Yeah, so the temperature range that you guys recommend is what, 250 to 280?
Yes.
Yeah.
So and it is quite the range, because we have some printers that are using a CHT nozzle. You can get away with using a lower printing temperature. So for example, like the Prusa Mark 4S, the Core 1, they ship by default with a 0.4 millimeter high flow nozzle. So that has that CHT, kind of those inner channels in it. But you compare that with let's just say a Bamboo X1C or a P1S, that's a 0.4 millimeter nozzle that is not high flow. And so you'll want to be printing higher temperatures in order to get the same flow throughput.
Okay. Yeah. So with you mentioned like the Prusa and Bamboo, that when I got this filament, I actually got it yesterday. I went looking for profiles, right? And I naturally went to your website and noticed that you guys produce quite a few different profiles for a lot of their more common printers, all the Bamboo printers. So if you guys in the chat, if you guys look at their site and you guys buy some of this stuff, they have profiles for all the Bamboo Lab printers, but not just 0.4 millimeter nozzles, 6 and 8 as well. But you guys also have them for like the Centauri Carbon, the +4. I think I saw another one was the Chidi +4. And you're kind of adding those as you guys go, right? Like because you mentioned you're not just putting them out there, you're actually testing them with those printers that are behind you. Like,
yeah, exactly. Because if we're going to be putting a profile out there, we don't mess around. We're not just trying to simulate what is going to work on someone's printer. We want to make sure that it's validated. And also, so if someone is printing with our material, especially with one of our profiles, and they're running into a problem, we want to be able to help troubleshoot that and be able to do it hands-on instead of, I mean, customer support is already difficult enough when you aren't able to see what the customer is doing with their printer. It's even more challenging when you don't also have that printer in front of you to try and, talk through it with them.
Yeah. So one of the people in chat, they said, and I don't know what this is, so I'm going to ask it. Do you use a Solenis PCTG? I'm not sure.
We don't. I won't tell you. I won't tell you which one it is, but I will tell you. I will tell you that it's not that one. And I know of 2 of our competitors in the U.S. that do use that one, and it's fine. I mean, it's a good PCTG, but it's not the one we use.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and I will verify whatever it is good. It does pretty well. So what? Along with like the print temperature, like I printed it on a Bamboo Lab P1S so far. I'm going to try it tomorrow on my Centauri Carbon, but on my P1S, I used your profile, and there's variations in the type of bed that people have. So I'm printing it on a BQ Cryo Grip plate, the Glacier plate. I left the temp about 70 degrees. And it seemed to work really well for me. The print stuck really well. And then, the temperature dropped about 15 degrees and it just popped right off. And that worked. Have you guys been testing your profiles with all types of plates, like smooth PEI or some of these newer cool plates as well?
We have some of the cool plates on the way. Like the plate you just mentioned, it's our BQ ordered shipped, I think, on Friday last week, so we haven't received them in yet. But yeah, we're going to be testing that because we're getting a lot of questions about it. Up to this point, we've really only tested smooth PEI, satin PEI, and textured PEI. I'll tell you that smooth, unless you're using glue stick as a release layer, it like PETG, it will stick or can stick too well, and you can damage your build plate when you try and remove it. Satin and textured don't have that issue, not to the same degree, certainly.
Yeah, because a lot of PETGs, especially like brims, they'll stick and they're really tough to get off unless you've used some type of release agent. Like I use 3D lax. Some people I've heard are using like the Vision Mine or the nanopolymer, stuff like that. But so with this stuff, if you're printing on certain plates, you guys do recommend some type of interference layer or an adhesion just for a release agent.
Right. Yeah. And when we're, the big thing that we're trying to do is kind of hit the lowest common denominator when it comes to a customer. Like we want to make sure that if we're building a profile for a printer, that it's with the stock build plate that comes with it, or that we specifically call out a textured PEI plate, because a lot of people are not going to be, they're going to get their printer, they're going to unbox it, they're going to set it up, be all excited. They're maybe not going to be going out and doing a bunch of upgrades before doing their Hello World print.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I think, a lot of us, like myself and Steve and a lot of people in the chat, but there are going to be some people in chat and some people that are like what you say, that are just printing on, the stock bamboo plates, probably more so. So it's good that you guys are testing them that way. I think that's really the only way you can test it versus like, you guys obviously can't test every upgraded hot end that is for every printer. That would be crazy. But so and then what about cooling? Is it similar to PETG as far as like the part cooling during printing, or do you want it even less?
Surprisingly, no. You want to have the cooling as low as your print can possibly bear. In a lot of our profiles now, we're setting the max cooling fan speed to 40% and having it be longer layer times. Now, the flip side with that, I guess I should say, the reason why you want to do that is you want the previous layer to have as much thermal energy still there when you lay down the next layer. That's going to help maximize your part strength. That's also going to help give you a more uniform finish, because otherwise, if your cooling is turned up too high, a few different things are going to happen. One, you can start getting that more of a matte surface finish. You're going to have potentially weaker layer to layer adhesion so a weaker part. And then third is, it still will, it still will shrink a little bit. And so if you have your fan speed turned way up, that's going to start affecting things like your bed adhesion. And kind of back to your point with the bed temperatures, we're starting to change our original recommendation now that we have more customer feedback. Our original recommendation for a lot of printers was 70 degrees Celsius for the hot bed, and now we're upping that to 80 degrees Celsius. The big reason for that is there's so much more variability in people's 3D printing environments that some people do have a lot of drafts, and where 70C works perfectly in a room where there's not a lot of air movement, in a room where there is a lot of air turbulence, 70C is just too cool. So 80C seems to be the sweet spot.
So quick question. So how long did it take you guys to kind of like dial in your PCTG formula? Like, was it like, a year-long project, or did you, you find the golden apple kind of like right off the top, or how'd that go for you?
Full transparency, I had the benefit of working with a company that originally released PCTG.
Okay.
We're talking way back in 2017. So I already knew, hey, this works as a 3D printing material, but they had originally only used it on big industrial machines. Think like a Stratasys-esque type of 3D printer. And they had never really tried to apply it to desktop 3D printing. And because that's what my background is in desktop, I started doing a lot of print testing just in my apartment with my Bamboo X1C, which that was a very early version of that. But yeah, it took time to figure out what's the right build surface, what are the good printing settings that get good results on a consistent basis, and that it took time. It definitely took time.
Nice. One more question. So do you feel like it's more of an engineering filament, or is it still kind of like lean towards like hobbyists and beginner projects and stuff like that, applications where like a random person would kind of like, oh, let me grab some PCTG and make this out of it, instead of using PLA or PETG or something like that?
At this point in time, I would consider it a bridge material.
Okay.
It is helpful. It's a much more functional material than PETG is. It can just take so much more abuse than PETG. One of the things, for example, is when you hit anything hard enough, it's going to break, right? PETG, a lot of times you hit it, when it fails, it will fail spectacularly. It will explode. It'll shatter. PCTG also has really good compressive strength, and it doesn't shatter in either of those cases. When you hit it, it just breaks. It doesn't
deforms. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, like it is a pricier material option than a lot of the PETGs that are out there. And if we want to talk about price, we have this material available in 38 colors right now, with another 5 on the way, with carbon fiber variations on the way. There's a lot of R&D that goes into it, going back to the profiles, building all of that out. It just takes time. Our goal is to bring the price point down, but we're just not there yet. So it's
it doesn't seem like it's that pricey though.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I don't think it's that pricey.
The people that are getting $10 spools of PETG, they're it's different use cases. It's different use cases, right? Like $10 for black, and they're manufacturing at a scale that's much larger than what we're doing currently.
So like what I found is, as a heavy PETG user, what I noticed really quickly with it is that, so this is a test print that pretty much anybody who's been in 3D printing will print this. And what I noticed with it was bridging seemed to be pretty similar as far as PETG. Its bridging capabilities. Now I can dial that in and test that over the next few weeks through that. But I was impressed with the overhangs. It was able to, and this was done with your profile, so your P1S Bamboo profile, and it was able, and I don't even know if you're going to be able to see this, but this is an 80-degree overhang, and it's good. Like, it's passable. You can't. There's no hanging, no droopiness, no anything. So it's able, and a lot of the $10 PETG aren't able to handle that as well, right? Like you get, and this was also printed. This is also an 80-degree overhang, printed enclosed, so top lid on and door closed. A lot of times when you do that with PETG, you get a lot of sagging in the overhangs because a lot of PETGs don't like to be fully enclosed. Like you still want to leave the door open a little bit, but to let some of that heat out. But this didn't have a problem with it at all. So for someone like me, like I like my machines to stay enclosed. I like utilizing the filters that come in the machine. My room is filtered. I like to keep any of that VOC and stuff that comes off when you're printing, and help manage that. And this, I'm able to print fully enclosed and not really have to worry about it. I haven't yet. So and I know you guys said it didn't have to be enclosed, but I like that it can be enclosed and I don't have to worry about it,
And the PCTG will print, and this is another difference between it and PETG. The PCTG will print better with an enclosure than PETG will.
Yeah.
If you're going to be printing larger parts, we advise either doing draft control or having an enclosure. And this also helps with layer to layer strength too. So for example, on our H2D, which I have behind me, and also on the GD +4 that we have, we actually set the chamber temp to 45 degrees Celsius, and that helps to improve the layer to layer strength. So if you're looking for like ultimate strength, that's going to get you even better performance than just printing with an open air printer. Now you can print it open air. I mean, we have an A1 Mini, we have Prusa Mark 4S, no enclosure, and it prints just fine. But if you're looking for the ultimate, then having an enclosure is going to be beneficial.
Yeah, it printed great, and I like that it can be enclosed, and I like that the added, having it enclosed and having the higher temperatures helps with that layer adhesion. So I haven't yet printed any functional parts with it. That's tomorrow. I'm going to test it. I'm going to test this and your Centauri carbon profile on some functional prints that I usually use PETG for, and I'm going to use the PCTG. But yeah, it's just it's really good filament. I'm super, and like I said, everybody's got a different use case, but I don't think, like right now I'm looking at like the PCTG Midnight Black on your site, and it's $31. For me, for a filament that performs as well as it does, that's not there. There's much more expensive filament. I think that's right in line with what I would expect this to be for how well it prints. So
and on the, just one thing on the price. So normally it would be more expensive. So normally it's like $39.90 for a kilogram.
Yep.
We are doing a 20% off sale across everything on our website right now, kind of a pre-Prime Day sale. So trying to make sure people have an opportunity to spend their money with a smaller company before jumping to Amazon. Just trying to also help more people try the material out too.
Nice.
Yeah. So that goes, how long is that on for? When is Prime?
So that's going to be through July 11th.
Great. So from now till July 11th, if you guys want to try a roll of this, there's some awesome colors. And that's another thing, is that a lot of the PCTG that or the one company that I tried PCTG with a few years back, and a lot even now, if you try to look it up, you guys have much more options, much more color options for this PCTG than most do. You've got yellows and oranges and transparents and a galaxy black, which is what my next order is going to be, the galaxy black. So you guys have a lot of options. And then the other one that I was interested in was your natural or your clear, because I have heard that this is pretty clear when it's printed. And I know a lot.
So I actually have this is just it's a vase mode little stackable box. I think this files up on Maker World, but
that's crazy.
I know getting the light is kind of tricky, but
no, dude, you can see it.
Yeah, you can see right through it.
But
because see, like I have multiple rolls of clear PETG, and you really have to I mean, I've been playing and testing and modifying settings, and you have to print that really hot and really slow, like 2018 Ender 3 level slow, in order to get.
Whoa, calm down.
But
Calm down
even
with the Ender 3
but
slander.
even I love the Ender 3. But just for thing, like that's the way you have to print that, and you're still not getting it. I'm still not getting it that clear.
So,
and I get a lot of people ask me questions about how to get clear filament, or what filament to use clear, because PLA or PETG clear very rarely ever is clear, right? It's see-through, but it's more of an opaque and a frostiness. And I rarely ever see where you can see writing on a Post-it note through it. You can kind of see it, but it's so. Is that printed with like the profiles you guys have on your sites, or was it modified a little bit in order to get those results?
The only thing that was changed was vase mode turned on in the print settings, but the filament profile, I believe that particular one, because I just printed that a couple of days ago actually, that was done on the Prusa Mark 4S.
What's the layer height?
I think 0.2 millimeter layer height.
Okay.
I mean, we've done some fun stuff with I upgraded one of our X1 carbons to the Micro Swiss Flowtech hot end and put a 1.0 millimeter nozzle on it. So this is another, this is nice. I think like 1.5 millimeter layer height.
That's crazy.
Or no, extrusion width, layer height. Bamboo, well, I need to mess around with that a little bit more, but I know bamboo kind of limits you to like 0.6 millimeter layer height, because it won't accept the fact that it has a 1.0 millimeter nozzle. It will only let you configure a 0.8 millimeter. I mean, you can trick it, but anyway.
So do you see, like, in the future PCTG replacing PETG, or do you hope that that's what'll happen, or like, what do you think?
I think it is going to happen, but I already know what's going to happen. I already see it happening, where there are other companies that are coming out with PCTG, and I don't think they have it figured out to the degree that we do, but just like, I mean, Bamboo wasn't making printers a decade ago, and they're able to stand on the shoulders of those that were, and now we have a great printer. So I mean, competition is good. It makes my life more interesting, of course, but I think that's good. I mean, it helps keep me sharp and make sure that we're doing doing the best things we can for our customers too.
Nice. Do you guys have any are you sponsoring any like cool projects or anything that will highlight PCTG, like from any like makers in the community, or anything you could tell us without spoiling the surprise?
I mean, we're trying to. We do have a pretty lean team, and so I mean, with the amount of things that I want to be doing, it would take one full-time person just managing creators and getting managing the projects and sponsorships and all of that. So we're trying to do what we can, but I would love if people approach me with ideas for projects. I'm very open. Yeah, I mean,
you guys heard it here first, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very, very open and excited to do that kind of thing. I just don't have the time and resources to seek everyone out that is that's working on cool stuff. And with a lot of those projects too, it's really easy for us to drop you into our affiliate program and have a discount code and all of that. I mean, we want to be really forming those partnerships, but I also don't want to half-ass it either. We're working with you. We want to be working with you.
Yeah. Cool. So what I see, like, for my son's on a FIRST robotics team, we print a lot of PETG parts, and we print that because of the flexibility and everything, but it does a little better than PLA with impact. But if it gets hit, it does come apart. And if this has the similar flexibility and that heightened toughness and that ability to take an impact better, this could fix the issues that we saw last year in the season with PETG parts. So that's a thing to test with this, is that the impact and just see how it reacts. Like you've said, obviously you guys are testing it, and you've said that instead of shattering, it kind of, deforms and takes the hit. And with like robotics, that's a lot of times what you have, right? Nothing's going to withstand 130-pound machine coming at it at, these things move at like 3.5 meters a second. So they're fast. So you don't necessarily, the part's not going to withstand, but you want it to hold its shape and then just kind of deform a little where it got hit.
Yep.
And if this is able to do that, that could be a huge game changer.
What was the first thing I asked you? I was like, you said something. I was like, Death Racer.
Yeah. PCTG. I actually have a Death Racer kit that I haven't built yet.
I do too.
And I may be using. It may be a ruby red because
right. Dude, that would be insane.
I mean, it's a gorgeous color. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just I like it, and I haven't tested it fully, but I like what you guys are saying that it's capable of doing. That and I think that if it's more available, then it could definitely replace PETG for me. I print a lot of PETGs. I talk about it with everybody. It's my favorite filament. But just 2 days with this, I could easily see myself in a couple months phasing out my PETG stock and replacing it with this stuff. So it is really that good.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Yeah.
So we're coming down the home stretch.
Yeah.
I guess is there anything that you want to plug? Anything coming up? Any events? Any new filament lines or colors that you want to mention?
I mean, the big thing is that we have that 20% off sale going right now. Okay. And we also have quantity discounts that stack on top of that. So like if you're buying 50 spools of filament, that's another 15% discount on top of that. And then we also have our loyalty program. So that's like another 3% off. So, I mean, we want to make sure that we're treating our customers right, and that when we want to make sure they keep coming back. I mean, we make a consumable product. We want to make sure that it's working well for them and that it's something that they want to keep coming back to. I mean, we have another 5 colors of PCTG that are currently in testing. So it's going to be part of what we're calling our toolbox line of PCTG colors. We released the first one already. We call it Toolbox Red. So it's effectively a spot-on color match for Milwaukee Red. We obviously can't call it that, but similar to what Polymaker is doing with, I think, their Power Tool line of colors. I mean, we say we were doing it first, and they just launched their stuff with their high temp PLA before we had a chance to get our Toolbox Red out there. But I think we're going to be tapping the brakes on new colors after that point, because then we're focusing production on getting ready for the holidays, making sure we have everything in stock for just everyone that's 3D printing gifts. And yeah, it's I mean, that October to December timeframe is always a sprint.
How many lines are you guys running, if you don't mind sharing?
I can't tell you how many lines we currently have, but I will say that we have more production lines on the way, some already en route.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah, we're gonna fill up our Fargo facility here pretty quick, and then we've got to start looking at where the next location is. We have some larger customers. We're seeing if it makes sense to locate a facility closer to them, but those are still in the early stages of getting that figured out.
Nice.
That's great. That's it's awesome that you guys are growing, in other locations, because it's cool, especially with we kind of talked on one of our streams, number 3, I think it was, when all the prices, everybody was kind of nervous about the prices going up. And there was really a push in the 3D printing community to try to put more focus on the domestically made filament, and the US made filament. So it's really good to see US made filament doing well, a company doing well, and not just doing well, but growing and expanding. That's really cool. It's good to see. So.
And for us, having a U.S. supply chain isn't a new thing. I mean, we've always focused on that from day one. There's a lot of practical benefits to doing that. Like, for example, all of the PLA that we use for our standard PLA Plus and then our Tough Pro PLA Plus lines, those are all made from NatureWorks. So they're, it's a U.S.-based company, or at least it's a U.S. joint venture, and they have their production facility down in Blair, Nebraska. So they're taking grown corn, converting it into the PLA pellets, and then it gets shipped just 6 hours up the interstate to us.
So that's what I was about to ask you. Were you guys working with NatureWorks? I mean, I see it on the site as well. So that's pretty close to you guys. So that's a big upper hand.
Well, it helps to shorten the time from when we place an order to when we receive the raw materials. So exactly. I wouldn't call it just-in-time inventory, but it's pretty close to it. Same thing with our box company. They're located just down the road from us, and so we're able to place an order for our custom boxes and have them 2 weeks later.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it helps helps in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, Wovi in chat, he would like to see the vase mode print again, the clear. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he says he's going to pick up a spool of the natural.
Okay. So I'm going to actually show the text behind it, and one of the things when we're talking about natural PETGs, the reason why you don't really see a lot of good natural PETGs out there is because a lot of the companies are putting fillers in it. Some of them are for performance reasons. So calcium carbonate is a really common one. Think of it as like chalk, and that is what is in a lot of the high flow materials, both PLA and PETG. If you look at Polymakers Polyterra, they did. I mean, this is just genius branding and marketing on their side, where they call it, I think it's 35% mineral content. It's 35% filler. And then it also lends it a matte finish, but you end up with a weaker print as a result of it. But that's how they're able to get the cost down on their Polyterra filament. And they've been able to spin it and sell it as a benefit. So, I mean, I'm honestly, that's awesome on their part.
Yeah, for the aesthetic prints, that it lends itself well, where you don't have to worry about that weakened layer adhesion. But it's I and everybody in chat is like, I think they like that clear, because that's one of the things that I hear a lot. I need a filament that's clear, and it's a tough thing to do, and that's one of the best ones I've seen.
And we have the 5 clear colors if you include natural as a color. So you have the transparent ruby red. And then this is another one of them, which is transparent signal orange. So think like turn signal orange, and you can see my finger kind of waving back.
Oh, nice. There.
Yeah. And this is it's probably 0.8 millimeters in thickness in that particular section. The transparent colors are doing.
Got them.
I mean, they're doing really well. And then I guess there is one more thing that I wanted to show, which is where is it? So we have our matte black. Pro PCTG, and the way that we achieve that matte effect is by using 5% carbon fiber. And so we've started to experiment with adding color into that. And so I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but this is a basically 5% carbon fiber color PCTG.
Oh, nice. So it gives it that finish that typical carbon fiber gives to the part.
Yeah. And it still has, decent flexibility too, but it is going to be a little bit stiffer. We're waiting on the mechanical testing to come back from the lab for that. I think I should have more data on that, maybe as early as tomorrow, but then I've got to digest that and process it on my end. So it's kind of more
because that could be actually really cool to have a tough, flexible filament that has the carbon fiber for the look of it. That's really good, because a lot of the colored carbon fiber like PLAs and PETG, it causes them to be very rigid and somewhat brittle. So to be able to have the flex like you just showed, that's pretty big for and still have that CF finish, because that carbon fiber gives it a good look. It hides a lot of the layer lines and people like to have have that look. So that would be cool.
Right, because that print is still technically glossy, but the carbon fiber refracts all of that light, so it gives it that that appearance of being matte.
Yeah.
And then we do have another, and this is one of the reasons I'm waiting on the mechanical test data back, but we are going to do a higher carbon fiber percentage loading version of PCTG. That one's just going to be in black, but that one we're expecting to have much better stiffness, because PCTG, it's not going to be good if you need to print something that's really thin and vertical, because it's going to have a little bit too much flex to it. And so sometimes when you put your next layer down, your nozzle can push it to the side. Like we're talking really tall, really thin stuff. So
so like kind of like a CF15 or something like that, well, that'd be cool.
The two variations we're testing are the 10% and the 15%, and we just got to see, does the 15% in a 3D printed part lend enough of an advantage over the 10%, or is it a moot point? Because we actually did a first round of mechanical testing, and it was kind of inconclusive as to which was better. And the 15%, it's more difficult to manufacture and it's more costly to manufacture. So we were going to go with the 10%, but something one of the test technicians said was the way that the print was oriented in terms of the layer lines, they felt that had that caused there to not be the testable difference, versus if you were testing the injection molded bars out of the same material, the 15% showed a clear stiffness advantage over the 10%. So we want to make sure that we're giving 3D printed test data.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, that's the way to do it, right? Like test, trust but verify, and that's kind of, but it's great that you guys, because you have material data sheets and everything from all of the filament manufacturers, and a lot of the hobbyist printers, I don't think they kind of pay attention to that. But if you're going to be using these filaments for more technical prints or engineering grade stuff, you look at that stuff, and it's valuable information. So I mean, it's cool. I can't wait to see. I like CF filament. I print a lot of PETG CF, so I would love to see. I'm excited to see some PCTG CF. That would be really cool.
Real quick, we just got rated by Maker. We got to welcome everybody. We're talking with John Schneider from 3D Fuel. He's been giving us a cool rundown on PCTG and how it works and how it functions and all those things. So you guys caught us at the tail end, but it was a very in-depth talk about.
Go back and watch it.
Yeah, go back and watch it. Also, make sure to follow John. You guys are on social media as well, right, John?
Yeah.
So make sure to follow. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we're on Facebook, Instagram. Our YouTube presence is lacking, but I'm working on that. X, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and I might be forgetting one, but we're trying to be a little bit more present. And we also just spun up our community group on Facebook for 3D Fuel filament users, and then we've also resurrected our Discord server as well.
And Joe Lambic picked up some PCTG at Murph.
Nice.
So it's cool. That being said, I don't know. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about, John? Or are you good?
I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Otherwise, I mean, I know, right? Going. I could talk for hours.
So can I. So
I mean, real quick, it's one of those things that people see you guys all the time. 3D Fuel a lot. At the different events, but never get to really talk to you guys. So it's kind of cool that people can kind of like get to pick your brain on this stuff and see, what you guys have going on. So we appreciate you, taking the opportunity to jump in here with us. We're still growing, and we've managed to get guys like you to take a chance on us, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So all of you in chat, follow 3D Fuel on all of the platforms that you are on. They're pretty much on all of them. Look at their site. You have another 10 days for the 20% off. And order some up. I'm going to go get some of that natural and some of that the Galaxy Black. That stuff looks really good too. So again, thank you so much for joining us. I know a lot of people are excited about this stuff, and I wish you guys the best.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No
Good
problem.
night.
Have a good night, John.
You too.
So that was John Schneider, 3D Fuel. Awesome guy. Yeah, that was I've been excited about this filament for a while. But to see to kind of hear a little bit more about the backstory and the things that are coming, is pretty awesome. So I'm excited. I'm excited for some of you guys. Like I think, what was it, Wovey, that said they were going to order one of the natural. If you do, tag Unspooled or tag me, Emoji, on all the socials, because I want to see what you print with it.
I know Shenanigans also bought a roll of it as well. Joe Lambic said he bought a roll, so I know Wazzy's interested in the PCTG as well. So
nice. Yeah.
It's a good talk. It was a good talk.
It's
if
good
you didn't
stuff,
catch it, go back and watch it. That'll be available on both of our YouTubes and our Twitch.
And anybody that came in on the Polymaker raid, if you're still here, this is 3D Fuel's PCTG in the transparent ruby red, and it's awesome. It's a really good color. It's like a Merlot wine.
Yeah, it's
color.
a nice red.
Yeah, it's really good. So and check out the site too, because they have almost 40 different colors. I think they're going to be over 40 colors when they add those other 5. So that would be really cool.
I think that red might give Blood of My Enemies a run for the money.
Yeah, I mean it is like I'm a big fan. See, I mean, the Blood of My Enemies is an HTPLA, and it's nice, but it's I don't know, this I might like this better. It's nice. Nice. And the fact that it's just, you have the strength of it, you have the strength of the PLA, or you have the strength of the PCTG, and it's just and I was just shocked at the surface finish of it, but yeah, it's really good.
Nice.
But yeah,
thanks for the subscription. I said subscription like a geek. Thanks for the subscribe, Ram. Thanks for the subscription, guys.
Yeah. So what else did you have for tonight's episode? Because
I don't know, man. Let's see. Is anyone working on anything cool or I'm trying to think of any cool prints I've seen recently. I know for me, I'm trying to honestly get ready for 3D Printopia. I got some ideas.
How many months is that away? That's
like 2.5 or something now, right?
Is it really that close? Oh, man.
Wait. Yeah. July, August, September. So
3.
We're just at the beginning of July. So 3 months, basically 3 months. But I want to start getting some of my print stuff out of the way. I want to take that little maker chip thing that I did and maybe make some kind of mechanism for it. Yeah. Or some kind of machine that can actually allow the kids to print it out, as well as probably make some just dummy maker chips so a kid can come and make like 5 chips that they may want to hand out to somebody. I'm trying to figure that out, how to make it where it may be personalized or something.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. I'm trying to think anything else. I really need to start getting back into Nomad,
Yeah, I do too. Actually, I think I made a comment in our Discord the other day about I've kind of been away from the sculpting side of CAD for design for a couple months. And no reason why. Well, I part of it was I started getting, and I don't know if you saw this, but about 2 months ago, I started getting a lot of messages on like Maker World from people regarding prints, about wanting like basically with comments like, oh, this is a great print, but I want it like this, or can you edit this? Can you, and I'm usually like open to it, and I usually will say, oh yeah, and I'll do a revision and put it back up. But like 1 month, all of a sudden it was like 5-6 a day
That might have been like some kind of bot or something, dude.
I don't know. I was getting bombarded with all of these
it was actually just Meshy sending it to you.
Like, something.
You're actually powering Meshy on the back end.
It actually caused me to be like, oh my, I don't even want to post. Like I had 3 sculpts that I was gonna post, and I still haven't posted them, and that's been 2 months, I think, because I'm just like it like wore me out to the point where I was like, oh my god, I don't even want to post a model because it was like
understandable.
I was just getting bombarded with it, and it was nuts. But so, and then the other thing that I kind of Unspooled started, and this has taken up a lot of our time. So that kind of put a lot of the design stuff on the back burner.
Oh yeah.
And then I talked to some people in Discord today that, and it's for some people that know, I am starting a new like studio workshop build on my 3rd floor above me. Yep. And I spent about 4 hours in 130-degree temperature today getting it all cleaned out. And so that's kind of taken up some time, but the heat of it is the temperature up there has kept me away from it a little bit. But I was sporadically in and out of there for a few hours today and thought I was going to die. So
yeah,
I'm going to have to try to cool that down a little bit before I get back up there to actually start the remodel. I still got to clean up some stuff tomorrow, but So is anybody else working on some cool stuff? Yeah, the Moji 3D man cave. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It'll double my space, but it's also not really quite doubling the square footage. But the layout of it is gonna allow me to have like at least twice the room as far as like printer room and then like work table room. Yeah. So it'll be nice.
KT Kevin said he also got a bunch of those requests on Maker World.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know. Maybe it was just like a bad month, like a blood moon where people were like getting all weird and crazy, or it was like a bot thing. Because it was a lot.
Tech Jeeper said add some swamp coolers and use VR to experience Smurf. Boom, got him.
Yeah. So what? I mean, you said swamp. What is a swamp cooler? Is it like one of those fans that blows the mist?
Yeah, basically.
Like on football fields?
Yeah, but I don't think initially they had them blowing mist. I think it just was that humid that it like nasty up the floor,
the liquid or the moisture out of the air and blew it out with a fan.
It was insane, bro. It was like literally cardboard boxes absorb moisture from the air. I had a pillow that absorbed moisture. It was
the dog pillow, right?
The dog pillow. It was crazy, man. Like I said, for me, even taking all of that into account, I'll still go back. It's still fun.
Is it more the climate there, or is it the venue that really caused?
You're in a pole barn, so it's not made to have HVAC and all that. It's older.
Have they ever? I mean, I don't know who the organizers of Murph
who does know.
That's what I keep hearing. But is it? I mean, I wonder if they've thought about moving it to a different.
No, dude, I don't think they should. It is what it is.
I mean, it is what it is. But I don't want to go to who wants to spend a weekend in a swamp.
I think it adds to the story, man. It's a free, like Tech Jeeper said, it's a free event. I'm fine with them not putting, not going to the extent of like a Remurf or 3D Printopia. I think the people who come, honestly, you would have a blast. Like outside of the heat, I have my little neck AC on. And I picked a good spot. I think next year the center is going to be where everyone's going to be bum rushing to get into. But also they probably won't do the swamp coolers next year. They may try to find some other way of keeping it cool, or they just won't do anything. Who knows? But I think the gist of I think KT Kevin said it best is it's like a traveling circus at this point. everyone knows everybody. We all come in, do our thing. Everyone packs up, and then we see each other at the next big event.
Well,
And
Kevin said the first thing the organizers said is they don't know why people keep coming.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that's what it is.
I will gladly buy a $10 ticket for air conditioning. Like, yeah, I will pay $20 a ticket for air conditioning. Like, this Northeast guy doesn't like the 99%.
If there's any
humidity.
air conditioning even on the grounds, dude, it's like I said, it's a 4-H fairground. So I mean, it's just fun. And like the people that come up, it was a lot of people there, surprisingly. And like they just happy to see other 3D printing people, and there's people who can't make it to Murph or can't make it to 3D Printopia, but anywhere from 10 to 8 hour drive up to Goshen, Indiana, it's not that big of a deal for them or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not that far out of their comfort zone, or in some cases not even that far. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it once the vendors probably stop. If the vendors ever stop coming, then I think that's probably what'll kill it.
Because without the vendors, at some point it's just kind of a it turns into a meet and greet.
It turns into a meet and greet.
Yeah, at that point you could just have it at Chili's.
Yeah, but Chili's is the spot for post day one shenanigans, not real shenanigans, but regular shenanigans, people shenanigans. But yeah, speaking of KT Kevin, he tagged me in a post, like someone in Japan like wrote a whole like thing about my Maker Chip Maker thing on. I thought that was pretty cool. I need to read through it. I also need to finish. I had some updates that I was working on, but the castle for new makers kind of took precedent at the time, and I can really have any time to do anything else. But
they're gonna have that at are they gonna be at 3D Printopia?
Yeah, they're doing a huge booth at 3D Printopia as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully 3D Fuel will be there too. So
it was cool to see. Yeah, they were there. They've been there the last couple of years for sure. Hopefully they'll do like a souped up booth. Like I know their booth is usually kind of very what's the word I'm looking for? Like very I'll say like regular. I can't think of another word. It's not like a lot of bells and whistles. They're like we're here without filament.
And I get like I don't really, and I don't know if everybody. I mean, some people probably don't feel this way, but I don't really care what the booth looks like. Like
I don't either.
I care about the employees and how they interact with the people, the attendees. And I care about the filament that they bring, that they have available, the options and the stuff. Like I don't care if they have big banners and TVs and like if so I don't know. I don't know if do you guys in chat, do people, other than it just being like neat and cool to see, do you guys really care at these rep festivals?
I think the only thing I look for in a booth is how many Creality printers they have. That's probably like the most important thing for me. Is like I don't see any Creality printers. I'm pushing on.
Yeah,
to the next.
I like that. Yeah, I never printed that filament, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm like, man, right? Like,
I'm like K2 Plus.
They got a K2 Plus in their booth. You got my attention.
Yeah, like for me, I don't honestly even like last year 3D Printopia. I don't honestly even look at the banners and the backdrops and the tablecloths, and I don't even look at that. I look at the equipment and the parts and the accessories they're selling, or the filament they're selling, or the printers and the people behind the tables and talking to the people. So like as long as they're good and talkative and like and are good at communicating with you, that's all I care about. I think now with a lot of the companies, the employees are being recognized from being at events. The people who come to the events are being recognized by the employees. So now you kind of have, even if it is the same faces, you kind of have that recognition that comes with being
a representative for a company, and so
Yeah,
people
because
see you
I
and
mean,
they're like, oh, hey,
I think for me as a and I'm for me as a consumer, I like to see not just a good product, right, in a good price.
mm-hmm.
I like to see that the company is a good place to work, right? Like
Yeah,
that
100%.
like the and longevity of employees kind of
Yeah,
shows that, right? Like if
yeah,
you have if you go to a rep festival for 5 years in a row and it's the same employee at those things for 5 years,
yeah,
it kind of tells me that it's a good company to work for.
yeah. Dude, that's how it is with the Micro Center near my house.
Yeah.
Like the dudes that are working there have been working there for years. I'm like, yo, Micro Center must really treat their people.
I think they pay commission.
They pay commission, and I'm like, but it's like, people there that I've literally seen there for like, close to 5 or 6 years.
I imagine if you work in like their custom PC build area and you're a good salesman and you get sales like with their commit, I mean, you must make bank. I mean, I think I heard one time that like the average gaming PC build from a Micro Center is like $2,200 or something. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah, they're not, so I mean, they must be making good money.
Yeah.
And if they're decent to work for, I don't really hear much about them, but yeah.
Yeah, we got to see if we can get someone from Micro Center in here, from Inland.
Yeah, you guys want to? Yeah, you want to see a Micro? I don't even know, who would you even talk to.
They have a guy, a couple people. Actually, I had a little bit of like facial familiarity with them, from just being at 3D Printopia and being local and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but then they had.
Do they have
three? They got like a team of like 3 or 4 that like do the shows and stuff.
Like I follow them on X and I follow like their socials and stuff, but they don't really seem to have like a personal aspect to their socials. It's just very much like
they got a guy,
corporate advertising.
They got like a guy who does the 3D printing stuff.
Yeah.
And if it's still the same person, and he usually pops up at the events as well. So it would be cool. I mean, they don't make their own filament, but they do carry a lot of machines and stuff like that. So they are a provider of, the tools that we use.
Yeah,
so it would be cool.
So when's Smurf? Is that after 3D Printopia? That's in December, right?
It's in March this year.
It's in March?
Yeah, it's
in December.
March. No, they moved it.
Oh, it was in December last year. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Smurf is going to be in Manchester March 7th through the 8th. Let's see. I got a list of what's coming up. So you have, where is it at? 3D Printopia. It should be at the end of 28th, September. Right? Yeah. September 27th and 28th, I believe.
Yeah.
That's actually the only one I don't have on this list. But coming up next, you got Open Sauce.
Yeah, Adam's actually is Additive Adam in here? He's going.
Yeah, he wasn't here.
I think Daddy Wazzy's going.
Wazzy's going. He's going to help out Adam at his booth. Maybe Traxman as well. And then you have, what's after that? You got Formnext in Germany in November.
Yep. And then Rapid is going to be in Boston this year. I'm going to that.
Yeah, Rapid's going to.
So if any of you guys are going to Rapid in Boston this next year, let me know.
That Germany Formnext is for 2026. But that's what. But we have a new 3D printing convention coming up, or event coming up, Lone Star Expo. Has anyone else heard about Lone Star Expo? That is.
I wonder what state that's going to be in.
New Jersey.
Yeah. Lone Star. I wonder. Does Lone Star? What's the company Lone Star that does the sticky stuff? I wonder. Do they have anything to do with it?
I don't know. I think it's just because it's in Texas.
Yeah.
And the sponsor list is grown. You have at the platinum level, New Makers, and then at the gold level, you have Print Talk at the Dark. I can't. Kadivi. Kadivi had cool plates at Murph. You got How to Texan. Dud D2. Yeah.
Lone Star Expo, though, is it 3D printing? It sounds almost like a cosplay /
Lone Star. It's Lone Star 3D Expo.
Oh, 3D Expo, yeah.
Yeah, so
that'd be cool.
Overture, Filament Stories, Asylum Life, all gold sponsors, and then you have several Maker Table sponsors as well. Fixing Dude,
They're always picking the
550
hot
designs.
states.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, and it's happening in August 15th through the 16th, 2026.
Oh, it's gonna be so hot.
Irving Convention Center in Irving, Texas. Look, man, listen.
I will not be going to that one.
Oh my gosh.
I am not going there or Murph. I don't like the heat.
This is the convention center. You're not standing outside. You're being in a convention center.
I don't mind the heat. I don't like it when it's like, if it starts to get over 95 with like 90 to 99% humidity, I'm done. Like,
dude, you're so northeast right now.
I am. I mean, I'm from the Boston area, and then I've lived in Maine for the last 25 years. Like nope. But yet I also complain about the winters and the cold, and I don't like the snow. So I'm just never had. I gotta move to like a temperate 75 with a sunny and slight breeze. Is there anywhere in the country like that?
No, San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
I should move to southern, like somewhere in California that always has good weather.
Palm Springs is a freaking inferno, bro. I loved it though compared to like Maryland heat, but it is an inferno. Tech Jeeper says, "Suck it up."
Suck it up, Buttercup. Yeah, I think I saw Buttercup somewhere. Did I see Buttercup?
Yeah. Moist Rap Festival 2026. Now with more wet.
I don't know. I like all the like the stuff I heard from Murph. Like that does not sound enjoyable to me at all. Other than the people, but
a lot of people here were there. Tech Jeeper
I kept seeing
Midnight Wolf was there.
Yeah, I kept seeing all these posts on X where people were like, "I'm leaving a day early." Like you had people that were out of there after like day one, and I was like, "Oh."
They probably lied because I said the same thing. I was like, "I'm gonna just come in and stay for like an hour, and then I'm gone." And I came in, and the power was out, and I was like, I still stayed like 3 hours, and then
for Shenanigans. I watched Shenanigans stream the first day, and he went back and like sat in his car, I think, and like turned the AC on. And so that poor man was like,
here's a pro tip,
red-faced and hot.
Pro tip for Murph: people park right in front of the building. No, there's a grassy field covered. It's like a shady grove. It's legitimately a shady grove, and I learned that after last year.
Park under the trees.
Park under the trees. It's amazing under the trees, dude.
Yeah, like park under the trees.
I park under, like, and you don't turn into like the main entrance. You gotta turn into like.
Tech Cheaper says park in the forest.
Yeah, dude. It's a little like their trailer park. I said trailer park. Their RV park. There's like a back way entrance into that area. Yeah. Coming that way, man, it's nice. It's nice.
Oh yeah, because some people stay in the campground, right? Or like,
the campground is like pretty much right next to the forest.
Yeah, to the forest. The swamp.
The swamp.
The ocean and the Goshen.
The ocean and Goshen. Boom. Yeah. Got him. That's a t-shirt waiting to happen.
Let's see here. What else do we have to talk about? I had like this whole list of stuff, but the PCTG threw me off.
Yeah, you were all in on PCTG.
I am. I really like it. Like I said, I'm a big PETG guy. I play a ton of PETG. So I've been wanting to try this for a while. So when I finally got a hold of some, it's just prints well.
Nice. So. I'm trying to think. Something I was going to say. Shoot, you made me lose it. But yeah. Anyone looking for a printer? Micro Center has the P1S combo for $6.99 right now, at least in my area.
Do they still have the Centauris?
Yeah, but you won't find the Centauris. So. I don't think. Let me check right now because they didn't have the Centauris listed on their site. My belief is that they didn't want people canceling their order with them to go buy it at Micro Center.
Yeah, I've heard from everybody. They say you basically just have to show up at one and see if they have them.
Yeah, it's first gen. The one I have. It's not the one with the new light. It's not the one with all the newer bells and whistles that they.
Yeah, mine has all the new updates, the LED and everything.
But I also seen on the Elegoo subreddit that a lot of people have been getting theirs over the last few days. So, it's
hey, cheese here. How you doing?
Hey G, what's going on?
Oh, just G. I have the Green Lantern lamp done, so I'll send you those files.
Yeah, so the Centauri is still showing they're sold out, but like I said, go to your store if you live near one, or if you can call and see if they have it. They probably have it in stock.
Yeah.
There.
Hold
so
on.
they
I
just
gotta
don't sell it
grab
on the
that.
site.
I gotta grab that lamp for just G.
Oh yeah. Yep. So they do have it. Like in my store, they had like 20 of them, but on the site it said 0. It said they were sold out. So if you're looking for a Centauri and you don't feel like waiting, head over to find a local micro center.
Man, here. I got stuck. Hold on. My headset back on.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's done. So there's it. So and I did do the sides, so they actually just spin on. So they're easy to print. So each horn just threads on, and then the top with the that threads on as well. So if I can get it. The only thing I have to print is I gotta print the handle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So G, you going as John Stewart to your next event? To your next convention?
Where's that?
For the Black Green Lantern, John Stewart.
Oh! Are they that? When's that coming out?
No, I'm saying, is he going to his next event? He said he wish.
But aren't they supposed to be making a new Green Lantern movie? And
they're always making a new Green Lantern
somebody
movie.
said that Idris Elba was supposed to be Green Lantern.
Yeah, and that's the weirdest I've ever heard anyone say his name.
How do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce his name?
It's Idris.
Idris? Oh, I don't know.
I actually have a friend named Idris, so that's what makes it even funnier. Yeah.
So it's done. I'll send you the files.
You got to put the light in there, man. Where's the light at?
Well, I don't have the light. I got yeah. So I still have to print like the white bulbs for the end, but like I don't have, so
that's good. Yeah, dude, that's cool.
So it shines up through. So you see it through, and then you will see it with like a bulb, but
oh man, if only someone sold a green PCTG.
I know. I wish I had known that. So this is Elegoo's PLA Pro in green, but so and I got the ring done too. So
nice.
I'll send you that. I don't know the oath. What is the oath? Darkest. It's like something darkest night. I don't remember now. You'll have to remember it though, because if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna do the cosplay with it, you're gonna have to say it.
Yeah.
Of darkest night something. Everybody's like boo.
Boo this man.
Boo this man. Yeah. Of darkest night something. I don't know the rest of it. I shut my brain off with Green Lantern after the Ryan Reynolds movie because that was so bad.
Yeah, I want to do. I think I want to make a helmet. And I was watching something came up, and the Prowler helmet from the last Spider-Verse movie.
Oh yeah,
on my timeline. I was like, that would be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but make it where it's kind of like a static version of it in a sense. It's like for kids or whatever. Yeah. You don't have to worry about like lighting it up. Maybe just use like kind of like pink underneath it or whatever to kind of give it that lighting effect.
Yeah.
So maybe something to work on.
Yeah. I mean, helmets are always fun to make, but
I like. So when I did my office, I was like, I'm gonna have. Oh God, I filmed it. I was like, I'm gonna have so many helmets. It's gonna be crazy. I've not printed a single helmet yet. I've been in this office almost 2 years now.
Yeah, helmets are nice too, especially if you have. I just like printing them, even if I don't finish them. I like, especially if you have a printer that's like 330, like the Cheedy X-Max 3, or like 350, like the S208. They're just so easy. They're so easy to print. I mean, they take a bit, but it's a lot better than like I remember back in the day on like the Ender style printers, always having to like cut them up and then glue them together. It was a pain, but
dude, in other news, my son now has a 3D printer in his room.
yeah, the ANet, right?
Yeah, the ANet ET4X. I'll graduate him once I see him print
Use
out a
it.
few things. Yeah. Once I see him use it. But yeah,
I always say it's always best. I like when people learn on the older stuff. Like, like let them learn the
like,
ways.
cut your teeth on this, and then we'll and then if you like it, we'll bump you up.
It's like a Padawan.
Now I'm thinking, I'm like, we might be able to at least tweak some of those settings because the filaments are faster now. Yeah. So we may be able to kind of get them a little bit more speed out of it for now. But
I mean, I have a Neptune 2 something that runs a Manta M4P with the CB1, and it runs Clipper, and that thing cranks. It's got a Revo BQ extruder hot end on it, and you can get those cranking now. But
no, he said add a BL touch. No.
Oh,
we're manually leveling this bad boy. We got the paper out, and we're like, listen, he's learning from the ground up. I will tell you,
I dig out like an Ender 3, like I have an Ender 3 Pro and Ender 2 V2, like that Neptune 2. I've got some older printers that are just away, but I'll dig them out every once in a while and just manually level them and print. And I still like doing it. Like,
right?
It's something about it. I was talking about somebody on X today. Josh, Recreator 3D, Josh. We were going back and forth, and I said, and I've said it before. People are like, "Oh, that's not true. We don't have it," but we have a retro scene in 3D printing now. Like,
do we?
That's a retro printer. Like that. Like you pull out like an original Ender. Like to me, it has like a nostalgic retro feel to it now.
Yeah, I still you can't see it because it's right behind. I have my Ender 3. There it is, right there. My Ender 3 Pro. That's
like when
a TiVo Tornado right there.
Yeah, for me, when I take out an Ender, like an original Ender 3 or an Ender 3 Pro, I have the same feel with that I have when I pull out like my original Nintendo, or so it's funny. It's like I think it has a retro thing.
I didn't, like I said, I could have easily given him the Ender 3 Pro, but I said no. I was like, you're not getting that machine.
It's too much sentimental value.
It's too much, dude. Like, you can take
the Creality.
And it's a Creality.
Yeah.
I was like, you can take the ET4X up there. It's just as good. It's got the glass bed on it or whatever. I was like, I had some duplicate rolls. I gave him one of those, like I said, just to cut his teeth on. And,
especially glass, man. I hated glass back in the day.
I actually liked it, but the only thing is you got to wait for it to cool. You can't take it off and flex it.
It was all like, cool. I mean, it was all we had. Like, I remember I had like Tabcon beds, and then blue painter tape, and then glass. And glass, I remember when glass started coming, it was like, oh, these are great. And then I quickly was like, I hate glass. And then I would just put blue painter's tape on my glass because I hated it. And then now with like,
I use it. I still use it.
Do you? What printers do you have with glass?
The ANet is the one that has glass, but I got a Monoprice Mini Select that I put a glass bed on as well. But the ANet, and all I do is when the print's done, I hit it with an air dust, can of air duster upside downwards, like a quick couple blasts around the edges, and then usually the model will pop right off of it. Yeah. But it didn't take us long to get it dialed in, dude. It was like, we did the first print, like we leveled the bed, did the first print, and he did a calibration cube, and like all the corners came up, like every single corner popped up off the bed. Right, dude. I was like, okay, we gotta try this again. So we did it again, added like a brim or whatever. Like, I'm showing them like all the stuff that you can kind of do to get a successful print when stuff's not going your way. And
so added Adam, he says he likes glass. Aggro, I like glass, but hate manual bed leveling. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, but I there's something about like just
we're beyond that now. So, but my thing was, this is the easiest way to manually level a bed. It was like when you had the metal bed before you started getting into, when you still had like metal with glass or metal with something else. I would make sure I could still see the screws. I would tighten them all the way down, and I would take a marker and mark from the center of the screw to the bed, right? Like out to like the edge of the bed. And then I would just like I said, with everything tightened down, do that. And then I would just count the rotations, right? And a lot of times you can just count the rotations and kind of get it dialed in. And then you could do your leveling and then say like, oh, okay, I need to do a quarter of a turn here.
So I will say, I could take an Ender 3 original or pro out of the box and a Centauri Carbon out of the box, and I could manually level that Ender before the Centauri finishes its like 25-minute long, because it is long, but I could manually level an Ender before that finishes.
Then Shep came out with the E leveler, and that thing was a game changer for me because it was like, number one, I don't have to buy a BL Touch for like every machine. I could just literally take this code, tweak it for whatever machine, and then run it. And what I did, his code basically would set the nozzle to a certain height, the height of like the E leveler, and then it would just go around, and you would just level each one. So I rewrote the code that I had from that to basically go to each corner and pause. So it would go there and pause, and you had to resume it at each corner. So it gave you enough time to like level it. That thing is freaking gangbusters, man. It like it just works.
I had one. I bought one, and then I never used it. I bought one, and then like the printer, I bought it when I had my, I can't remember what printer it was. And I bought it, and it sat in the box, and then like 2 weeks later I put a BL Touch on it. So I was like, oh, I didn't need it, you know, and then I never used it. But
I think I had two, and I think he gave them both he gave both of them to me at Earth and 3D Printopia. Seriously. Or I may have bought one. No, I may have bought one, and he gave me one at 3D Printopia, or Earth at the time.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who he was like, oh, we were talking about that years ago, and he goes, not years ago, like two, and his son has an Ender, and I said, oh yeah, you ought to get one of these. He goes, oh, I already got one of these, and he pulls out the was it G-Tech or Sunlu?
The knockoff one.
The knockoff one, and I was like, I can't believe you bought. And he's like, what he has no idea. Like he's not into the 3D printing community at all. He just has a printer.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh God, I won't. Yeah. But yeah, it was funny. It was blue. I think theirs were blue. Yeah. But yeah, it was G-Tech. Sunlu stopped making it when he contacted them. G-Tech they pulled it. G-Tech basically just ignored him and kept making it. And then there was like a boycott of G-Tech, and I had 2 rolls of G-Tech filament. I threw it away just out of principle.
In my experience, I had 1 roll of G-Tech, and it was probably one of the worst rolls of filament.
I think I bought 4 rolls of silver PLA G-Tech off Amazon, and it was terrible. And I had 2 rolls left, and I threw them both away. And then the only G-Tech printer I ever had was the A10T, I think it was called. It was it had was it triple? I think it was a 3-in-1. Yeah, and that thing was awful. Like it just
I sent you the link for one. That's the one I sent you the link for, right?
And I think I said in chat that I had one of those, and it just never worked right.
I had a G-Tech A30. Big. Was
that the dual?
It was a single. They had a 30. They did. I mean, I think they did have a dual.
Yeah.
This was a single. It was about the size of like a CR10. That thing was big. Like I used that printer quite often to like make like hat blocks and stuff. And I put a 1.0 nozzle on it and could like churn out stuff like super fast. I actually gave it to my brother because him and my nephew were getting into 3D printing, and it was just taking up space. I wasn't using it, so I was like, dude, you want to take this? and so he took it. And
I remember that A10T. It was the T was for triple, so you could do like 3 colors.
Yeah.
And man, it just never. The only other printer that I ever had that I had a worse experience than that was called the Cetus 2. I don't know if you ever saw that. It was a beast of a machine. Like this, it had everything in it was massive, and it was heavy. But it was called the Cetus 2, I think. And it was
sound like something you would get on your feet. Like, oh man,
yeah, I got Cetus. Yeah,
like Doc said, I got Cetus.
Yeah, it was called the Cetus 2, and if it was IDEX, pretty sure it was a Cetus 2. Yeah, and it wasn't a cheap printer back in the day, but it was almost like I'm trying to remember back. It was like a cantilever type style, but the bed was long, and it was just it was a cool printer the way that it was built, but the software was awful, and it just never printed. It printed, but like the 2 colors, just you could never get it lined up well. Like if you probably used like a camera now, you'd probably be fine, but it was just was not good. I had 2 of them actually.
With the Cletus 2.
The Cletus 2, yeah. No, the Cetus 2. And they folded, not like I think they folded. Somebody told me a while, like a few months back, that they still sell it. And Cetus3D.com. But I don't think they still sell it. It says in stock, but there's no way. Now I wish I kind of wish I had never sold. I had 2 of them. And I kind of wish I had never sold one of them. I wish I had kept it just for like nostalgia, but it was so bad. I think Makers actually. I think that's how I found out about it. I'm pretty sure it was Angus. Maker's Muse had one, and that's how I got it. But I remember when I ordered it.
Oh, I have seen that name before. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I ordered it. It took forever for it to show up. Because I don't think they're a U.S. company. I've been trying to load their website since we've been talking about it. You don't think
they're a U.S. company?
And, huh?
I said, you don't think they're a U.S. company? What? So that's a surprise.
But yeah, I can't. The website won't load.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Angus that had one, and that's how I found out about it.
Angus.
I don't see many. Is he still making YouTube videos? I don't see a lot from him anymore.
He's still making YouTube videos.
I know he made one a little bit ago about he built a new like Antweight battle bot, but I don't see as much from him. As it doesn't seem like he makes as many videos as he used to, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just not seeing. I have found that on YouTube lately. I don't know if you guys are experiencing this, but I'm finding that people that I am that I'm subscribed to and that I have notifications turned on, I'm not getting the notifications when they post a new video. Like it happened to me with actually Alan Mandick's last video that he did with the what do you call it, the flush mount, the toilet thing. Like in his toilet. I saw it. The flush mount. Okay. I never got a notification on that video, and I never got one in the one he did right before that either. And I have notifications turned on for him because I always watch all his videos. But yeah, I don't know. It's been weird. Maybe it's just me.
I did watch his video on the shelf that he made. That shelf.
That looked really good. But yeah, I mean the Core One's a nice looking machine too. But yeah, it was that rack was
never heard of it. No,
never heard of it. It worked. It looked really nice. I liked the lighting he did on it too, and he put these like Did you say you saw the video?
I saw it.
Yeah, he put those 2 dimmable switches underneath.
Yeah.
So you could dim that. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a good setup. Yeah, Cetus 2 color mixing is what they still sell it.
No way.
$5.99.
I do wonder, like some of these, like I'll say, like some of the fringe machines, like the lulz bots, and I guess in this case the Cetus.
I'm not allowed to talk about the lulz bot.
Who's buying these machines? I just wonder, like sometimes.
So I kind of Lulzbot is kind of in the same category as the Fusion F200 for me.
Yeah.
Overpriced for what it is. But every time I get into a conversation with like this with people, they're always like, but Lulzbot is, they're not consumer, but they go after the commercial customers, and I'm like, I still don't get it. Like
I don't get it
either. They're too expensive for what they are. Like you can, but everybody's like, oh, it's support and security and blah blah blah, and I'm just like,
I can understand some of that,
but
the only time I've ever seen Lulzbot machines was in the thrift store, or like, like.
Yeah, so I've had two. I've had two of them. I was never one that was okay with paying their prices, so I never bought a new one. But I did get a Lulzbot. Was it a Taz 6?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like a Taz 6, and then I can't remember. It was two of their older machines, but they were used on Facebook, and I bought them, and I kind of brought them back to new, and they print fine, but and they were both the 2.85 millimeter filament, because I think I don't know if all their machines. I think now they can either use both or you can get them for both, but
okay.
So like I'm looking at the Meteor, the Taz 8 Meteor, you can get it in a 1.75 or 2.85. So you can get it in both. You can get it in 3 millimeter or anything. But yeah, and both mine, the ones I bought you, said 2.85, which it was kind of hard at that point to find the 2.85. And they printed and they were fine, but it was just I didn't get the price of it. Like the Taz 8 Meteor 175 right now, it's $5,400. Like, that's nuts. That's a crazy price. Does anybody in chat have a Lulzbot or ever had one? Had any experience with them? Because I've only had the two used ones, and I got them for like practically nothing. I think I paid less than $300 for both of them.
Yeah. Salan said that Mahai Designs is back.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen. Until you mentioned it, I didn't realize that I hadn't seen any content from that channel in a while.
Yeah. I haven't seen him for a while. Did he have was there like a video about why he was gone so long, or did he just? I know some people will do that, like when they have a YouTube channel that's pretty consistent, and then they're gone for a while. A lot of times they'll do what
happened to him? I wouldn't do it. I'd do the reverse. I'd act like I was just here.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, good to see you. Just saw you not too long ago.
Yeah.
People would be like, what? Like, yeah, I was trying to think, like, if I follow anybody that
I'd act like you guys left and I'd been here the whole time.
Yeah, like where you been?
Where you guys been?
Well, it's like Maker's Muse. Like I don't think that he kind of posts like if you're looking at it, like he posted last month, but then the one before that was he basically is posting once a month, and I feel like he used to post much more frequently than that.
I think a lot of people are tired of playing the algorithm game.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Or do people like? I have noticed that, like, I think that when channels get to a certain size, they stop producing as much, and I think a lot of them always tout it as like, I'm now going for quality versus quantity, and I'm wondering if it's really that, or it's just that now they don't have to put out as many videos because they have a certain amount of followers. So now that one video makes as much as their 5 videos a month used to make, because I'm not sure I buy the quality versus quantity for a lot of them.
I will say this. I watch Good Mythical Morning a lot, and they are still putting out new videos, pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And even if it is the same material, kind of like rehashed, they're still doing it. Channels like Watch Mojo and places like that, are still putting out new content. So who
See,
knows?
I don't like overproduced YouTube videos.
It depends for me.
I like the videos that feel like it's a guy in the garage, right? Like or a girl in the garage, or like I don't like when YouTube videos are crazy overproduced where I feel like I'm watching a TV show or a commercial.
It depends. Certain stuff I do, I'm like, that's perfect. But for me, it's I get tired of the shock face videos. Like it's just,
the thumbnails. Like
I'll take a happy face thumbnail over the god.
That drives me nuts. Yeah,
I don't watch. I will not watch that video. Like just off of, like, because I'm like, why are we playing this game?
Yeah. So if people, please stop. I agree with you. Please stop doing the shocked face. Dude, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, I don't know if anybody in chat, but I like if I see it, it doesn't cut. Like if the title and the information in the video is still interesting to me, like I'll still watch it.
Exactly.
But I'm watching it with like that thumbnail really bothers me. Like, you know, but because just give me like you know who actually does it really well?
Who's that?
Is and obviously he's been doing it forever and he has like 6 million followers, is Marcus Brownlee. Like he just does.
Most of his is like frown faces, like
but he just does a thumbnail of him holding something, and but he never does like, you know, these over the and that's someone who has 20.1 million subscribers.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do shock face anymore.
No, but like he really never did as long as I can remember. He just posts normal pictures of him with a. And his face is always a reaction of how he felt. Like if it's like I like if he does a review and he's like, I just don't get this product. Like the face is always like, oh, he doesn't get that product. Like you can tell on the face. But yeah, I agree. I'm not a big fan of the shocked face. GTR Dad's like, LOL, that face. Yeah. So he knows what we're talking about. That face.
Yeah.
I was trying to find one because one of the people I follow, I like. Have you ever heard of Colin Furze? He does that like underground, the garage and the underground. Yeah.
Yep.
He does that every once in a while, and I just get a chuckle out of it. But
see, I'm locked in though because I'm trying to see what's going to happen with this bunker he's building.
Yeah, well, he got it's like. The garage is like buttoned up now. Now he's working on like the car, like the DeLorean lift. Yeah, that should be. I can't wait. Like,
I'm still trying to figure out. Does he own his neighbor's house or something? Because I'm like,
no. He says he says he doesn't. Because when he finished the garage under the driveway or like buttoned it up, he built these like steel painted white picket fence on his side. Yeah. And then the neighbor on the other side, he made a thing. He said, my neighbor came out and said, oh, I really like that. Will you do that on my side too? So he built his neighbor the same fence.
His neighbor must be an awesome person.
Yeah, because like, I mean, for one, at least where I live, that would never fly. They would never let you do that code-wise. No friggin' way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like I get hounded by the code enforcement when I build a 8 foot by 8 foot shed behind my house, you know, like I would never be able to build an underground bunker under my house. They would be like, no, you can't do that. But
now with that attitude, you won't be able to.
I know. I'm such a
gave up.
I'm such a pessimist. But, yeah. Plus, I can't even imagine how much that cost. Like, he must have millions and millions into that. Like,
and still
just
has
the concrete.
Just the concrete, dude.
Yeah. Like, I mean, there were some parts of that concrete pour that was like 3 feet thick.
Yeah, that's a lot of concrete. The steel, sheesh.
Yeah.
And getting the dirt removed, all of that, dude. That's
I mean, his the dirt removal guy that ran the backhoe,
Mhm.
he made like a whole YouTube channel about that. Like he has his own YouTube channel
That's crazy.
about like, I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, like, yeah, it's a cool. I like. I'm a big Colin Firth fan, but we kind of went on a tangent about
We did.
about
About YouTube.
content creators.
All right, real quick.
Yeah.
Are there any other YouTube channels that people in chat may be watching that we don't know about?
Yeah,
3D
but I don't know
printing
about. I'm always looking for something new.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of. I found a couple. I did find some like people venting about the Etsy thing. I didn't watch it.
Oh, so what's his name? The 3D printing something. 3D
Musketeer?
printed something. No,
No?
he posted a video. I actually want a good thing. I'm glad you reminded me of that.
Someone posted a video where he was saying that they said that you couldn't share the conversation. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, 3D printed props is the name of the YouTube channel, and his title was "Etsy shut down my shop, costing me thousands, and you may be next." According to him, he had an Etsy shop with all of his own designs, and Etsy shut him down cold. Done. And he appealed, saying, "This is my designs."
Yeah.
And they came back within 20 minutes and said, "Nope, your appeal is denied, and you're done." And we had when we had the podcast, when we had our show on that, we said, when I talked to them in chat, I said, what if they are my designs and your AI still hits them as being not original content and takes them down? What do I do? And there was no, they were like, you basically appeal or recreate the listing and hope that it doesn't get caught again, because there's no formal way to actually prove that they are your designs. So if this guy's telling the truth, they were all his designs.
Is that his YouTube channel? 3D printed.
Yeah, 3D printed props. But yeah, he's got 37,000 subscribers. It's a pretty decent sized channel. But yeah, that was the one I saw today, and I gave it a watch, and I mean. And then a lot of the comments under the video, like the one I'm looking at right now, personally, I'm glad they did this. Like, I'm sick of my non-commercial files being sold for profit. I reported the sellers. Etsy didn't give a expletive. Yeah, so.
I mean, I already said it. For me as a designer, like the. Prior to what you just said, I'm like, to me, it's cool.
Yeah.
Because
but in this case, this guy seems like he's just collateral damage of the
potentially
the new policy and the AI, the system. Yeah. They referred to it in the chat, in my support chat, as the system, and I said, so it's an AI, and they said yes! Exclamation point.
Or were you talking to an AI at the time? You don't know, man.
I was not. I was originally, and then it said, after me like forcing it, they were like, "Do you want to talk to a real human?" And I said, "Yes."
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning with Tech Jeeper. He's like, I feel like there's more to that story. Like he's
and I'm not familiar with this guy at all. Yeah, I had never heard I had never heard of him before, but he's got almost 40,000 followers. So
I'm just wondering, like, hey, like he said, we don't know the full story.
Yeah, so I tried looking up his shop on Etsy, and obviously it's not there because it got shut down. But I wanted to see, according to him, his shop was like cosplay stuff, helmets and stuff. So, but again, I don't know. Maybe they weren't. Maybe somehow Etsy determined them as being not original. I don't know. But so Midnight Wolf says, I had to report someone on Etsy using my name on a t-shirt for something, and Etsy told me to kick sand. I own the registered trademark for it. Yeah. So I mean, that's crazy. So now they're only going after 3D prints. But if you make T-shirts with, so I don't know if I told you guys, I got an email on my Etsy store about, I had my wife and a lot of her friends and are big Taylor Swift fans. So one of them asked me to make a magnet, right? So I made this magnet, and it was the Taylor Swift's signature so it was basically a white outline with a black signature, a magnet. And there were like 3 of them that wanted it. So I made it, and then they were like, oh, you should sell those on Etsy, because there's all a bunch of Taylor Swift stuff on Etsy. And I had it on Etsy, and within 4 days, I got a letter saying, due to her company and it being trademarked and that they took it down. They decommissioned the listing, and it was only up there for 4 days, only because I had printed like 2 extra ones, and I was like, oh, I'll just sell them on Etsy to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And nope. Yeah. Apparently the Taylor Swift company, or whatever it is, are pretty adamant that they don't want Taylor Swift memorabilia stuff being sold on Etsy. So, I mean, and it didn't help that it also happened to be 3D printed.
Yeah.
But my own design.
So yeah, like Tech Jupiter said, he's got a lot of IP stuff on this page. The other thing that I don't see is, if you're making all of this stuff, like, I don't see the like design videos, you know what I mean? Because you would think content wise, if you're designing these models and selling them, like, there would be extra content for the channel. Not saying that
not always though. Like, a lot of people don't do CAD streams, because
but not even like one.
Like I'm trying to look through, like,
well, he's got 3 courses, so
I mean, I will say that none of the models, at least on his website, look like anything that I've seen.
Well, here's the thing: he's got courses on his site, but none for like modeling. He's got 3D printing start to finish, resin start to finish, but still really like no modeling courses on here. So
yeah, because when I'm looking, like, at least looking at the renders of his designs, like none of them I see, I'm like, oh, I've seen that file before. Like, that's clearly stolen from somebody.
I think my assumption is that they probably looked at his models and probably compared them to other stuff, and after like X amount of strikes, they probably like, okay, this store is using the same content. Like, if he's got like a Minecraft sword, if someone else has a Minecraft sword that they're selling, they're probably like, oh, okay, well, maybe this is stolen or something.
Well, and we had talked about that on stream too. Like, how do they determine that? Like, who has the longer, like, whose Etsy store's been up longer, and longevity and number of sales, or is it simply this store makes Etsy more money than this store, so you're going to get the ding, and we're going to keep.
I honestly don't even think I like we love 3D printing. I don't think the rest of the world has even dipped their toe into the pool.
Oh, no, I mean, I still run into people that find out that I have 15 3D printers at my house, and they think it's magic.
Yeah.
Like, I've literally, in this past year, I had a guy tell me that he didn't think 3D printers were real. That he thought 3D printers were something that you see in like a Star Trek TV show. And I'm like, haven't you seen 3D printers online? And he told me that he just assumed that they were all fake. And I thought he was messing with me at first, but yeah, I mean, there are people out there that just legitimately either just don't even think about it, or don't know that it actually does exist. I had to ask the guy multiple times. I was like, are you messing with me, or like, you really like? I thought he was joking. I think sometimes we live in this world so much that we just assume that everybody knows about it.
Right.
But yeah. So we are definitely over time.
Yeah, we are.
So next week, not next week, we don't have a guest plan for next week, but the week after we do. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, no, not the week after.
The 28th, right? Is that 28th. The next?
Yeah, but we may get someone else in between.
Yeah, we might get.
We got feelers out there.
29th, sorry. Yeah, the 29th we have someone scheduled, which is going to be a pretty cool stream. You guys are going to like him. But yeah, so
it's someone that you guys know already.
Yes, you do. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Wink, wink.
Don't start guessing though.
The wink, wink doesn't even tell you anything.
No. I don't want to give. I don't want to give any hints though, because if someone guesses it, I won't be able to lie, and I'll have to tell them. So,
yeah, it would be pretty cool.
Don't even guess. GTR Dad, it's Loyal Moses, isn't it?
Yep, that's exactly who it is.
Yeah, you are correct. But yeah, so next week we'll fill you guys in what's going on next week. But hope everybody has a good night. Thank you for joining us. I hope you guys have a good 4th of July.
We got to find a raid target. Hold on.
Oh yeah, raid.
Let's see.
Let's see here.
What's on?
I will raid. Let me raid to you, and then you can raid to.
There's like a bucket of water sound in the background of that.
I just heard that too. I don't know what that was from. Is that from?
I was like, "What was that? A bucket of water?" All right, see you, aggro. Did you raid? You raided to me yet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Let's see. Let's see who we can pick. Let's take a look at the list. We got who do we have in makers? Let's go. Let's see if we can go to this Cyber Jewels. Let's try Cyber Jewels. Have we rated her before?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh yeah, she's a maker. She does some really cool like cosplay stuff. So we'll start the raid. And I think we're on the way.
Cool. All right, guys. Well,
all right, thank y'all for coming out, man.
Thanks for joining us. Have a good night, and we will see you next week. Have a good 4th of July, too. Be safe if you guys are firework people.
And we see you guys next week.
See ya.